All right, how everybody doing today? Y'all good? All right, I am King Smith, Chicago, Illinois. All right, yes. All right, I have been able to generate over $10 million in my business in the last 3 or 4 years. Spent over, I believe, which is the most life-changing thing ever, over $350,000 into mentorship. So one thing I'm going to lead with is the number one thing that changed my situation in my life was mentorship. All right, if I can give y'all anything for today, or anybody else that also spoke up here today, I would probably tell y'all probably the number one thing that probably moved the needle the fastest on me, mentorship, and that's what it was for me. My industry, what I'm in, is credit and funding as well. All right, I've been able to leverage other people's money to be able to start all of my businesses, to be able to generate the figures in my business, scale my business to the next level, and help other people in this industry as well. And the first question I want to ask y'all is, and y'all can just shout this out loud, what is the max amount of money that you can get from the banks?
60,000.
60,000. Not too bad.
What you need if they got it.
EBT.
Millions if you need it.
Somebody said a million.
Millions
Somebody said unlimited. Any other guesses?
is what you need.
500,000. 4 million. So good answer, good things. But this is what I'm trying to understand. Some of y'all said it already, which is true. There is no max to how much money
No.
you can make. All right?
What you need.
This is the crazy part. If that's true, and you understand that, why do we focus on everything else when this is the number one thing that gets you access to unlimited money? I don't think we put enough emphasis on how valuable this credit and this funding industry is to be able to help you get access. Somebody say access. When you got access to capital, a lot of times you can be able to do the things you want to do faster. And one of the things that holds us back the most is access to capital. Some of us do got these dreams and desires and ideas and goals and all these things, and guess what? We can't be able to fulfill them because we don't have enough money. We still trading our time. We're trying to save our way, and that's not the way to be rich. That's not the way to get wealth. You cannot save the way to get rich. It's not going to happen. How many times you try to make it happen? It's not. Also, taking your time to make money is not allowing you to get to where you want to be as well. You're going to have to invest yours. So that means invest in yourself, invest in businesses, invest in scaling your business, invest in partnership, whatever it's going to be, you're going to be able to invest with. All right. So it's just a front end way that I've learned how to be able to get access to my first $100,000 to $200,000. All right. And I do my first entry to the funding world is to get you to get this $100,000 with no documentation. So you don't have to have no paycheck stubs, no bank statements, or no tax returns. All right, because most people think when we go into these banks that we need 2 years of business and we need 2-year tax returns. Well, it depends on your verbiage of what you're going in to get access to. And some of us, we want to get business loans or business line of credit. And yes, then you will probably need that unless you use what we got. But most of the time, you want to bank, you're looking for a business line of credit or a business loan. You're going to ask for 2-year tax return and 2-year LLC. But the way that I do it is called 0% interest business credit card stacking method. All right. And I discovered this method because I was in Chicago trying to figure life out, and my friend started first. So my friend got into trying to get into real estate. He had to learn the credit game first so he could get access to his first bit of money to be able to purchase his first bit of real estate. And what he did was, and I recommend everybody doing this, he did what's called like a 6-month lock-in. And what he did was he separated himself from all the family, from the friend. He was going outside, he was spending all the money on girls, he was going on vacations, he was just outside playing video games, doing all these things. And what he did was he separated himself from everybody. It was no more outside.
We at the Ritz, Carlton.
No more vacation, no more spending money, no more doing all these things.
Millionaires, baby.
TV wasn't an option no more, right? Because how much money have you made off watching TV, y'all?
None. What they made.
TV and all that, they made $1 off of it. We continue to do it.
No, that's right.
So he taught me a skill. He taught me what like a lock-in is. A lock-in is like literally cutting out all the distractions, really cutting out all the unnecessarily spending money. And what he did was he left the friend group. It was like, we called him like, hey, come outside with us. Or we got girls over, you know what I'm saying? Come on, we outside. Or we going to the bar, or we going on, we out spending money, you know what I'm saying? Playing a video game. And he just said no every time, right? He did not come outside with us. He just distanced himself. And we thought he was acting funny. We're like, man, why acting funny? Acting different and weird. And he kept telling us, I'm learning, man. Locking in. And what he did was, it changed my life forever. And I'm glad I got to see it because I didn't believe it. Like on the internet and all different things, I had to see it to believe it first. So he had got approved for about $50,000 in one day. day with 2 credit cards, and it blew my mind. Because I was trying to save up $50,000 for like 2 years, but never able to do it. And I was wondering how other people in the world were able to scale and get to the next level or invest in things and start thinking that they were able to save that money. And I started realizing something. It wasn't leveraging other people's money, and it was leveraging debt to be able to build their wealth. And when he got approved for that $50,000 in one day, I got so intrigued. You know? I'm like, yo, I've been trying to save up $50,000 2, 3 years. You need to tell me that you got approved this in one day? I've been doing this stuff all wrong. And then that's when I did a deep dive all the way to this credit and funding industry. And I did my own 6 to 8 month lock-in. So that means I was doing the same thing that you do. Go outside, I was watching TV, no spending money. I'm saving, I'm investing in myself, I'm learning. I got mentors. So this model will teach y'all the way I believe in leverage my business and learn from a high level perspective. Alright, first thing we understand is business structure. Alright, I believe that a lot of people start constructing these businesses that we start, which is like LLCs, they structure the wrong way. So just a brief little outline we do is business phone number, business email, business address. When we say business phone number, I don't mean your second cell phone, that's your business line. Y'all got the second cell phone, I'm talking about my business phone, it's not. Alright, a business phone number is 1-800. Alright, a business email is not luxuryexotics@gmail.com. It's actually businessthings.com. That's a business email. If you use that, it's like a personal email. You want a business email. The next one is a business address. Alright? Some of us use a P.O. box, like the worst thing you use to be a structured business. The banks don't like using a P.O. box. I'd rather use a virtual business address, which the banks is kind of 50-50 on now, since so many of us started going, they like change stuff immediately, of course. Alright, so sometimes they do maybe go back to a personal address, but I like to use virtual
Thank you,
addresses.
Glitch. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Website, Dungeon Bradstreet number, list yourself on 411, get a business bank account. What I like to do with my business bank account is, do anybody here know what an internal banking score is? Alright, what an internal banking score is you got a specific internal score within a bank, depending upon what you do with it. So let's just say person A opens a bank account and they only got a checking account. That's it. It's just one checking account. That's it. They have a less internal score that if I go in the bank and I open up a business checkings and a business savings, I put $50,000 in checkings, I put $50,000 in savings on my business side. I also open a personal account as well. So I open up a personal checkings and a personal savings. And I also get a direct deposit. And I also get a merchant account. Right? So now I got 6 to 7 products within inside the bank where somebody has one. I have a better internal banking score. So when it's time for me to get access to lending, I have a better odds to get more approval than a normal person. That make sense?
Yes.
All right, so I can get more products within inside the bank in order to raise my internal banking score. All right? So it's a cool tip for y'all. What we use this credit stuff is to leverage it to be able to make us money. All right? So many people, like my mom and my grandma, was so scared of this credit stuff because they used it in the wrong way. They were going in debt with it and they had to pay money on the interest, and it was digging themselves a bigger hole. And the reason why they're so scared of don't use those credit cards, grandson. My grandma said that is because she didn't know how to leverage what's called good debt. Somebody say good debt.
Good debt.
Two things. It's good debt and it's bad debt.
That's right.
Bad debt is taking the credit card money and going to get your hair done, ladies. All right, taking the credit card money to go on vacation, spending the money on things that are going to bring you no return. So we do not use this money for bad debt. We use it what's called good debt. All right, and we leverage this money as a tool to get a bigger money. All right, to invest, to get to scale our businesses, to invest in ourselves, to do things.
Why you got to say ladies?
All right, after we leverage this money. All right, so the
Men,
steps to be
y'all don't
able to
spend
learn
money on
this stuff
nothing.
is
I mean,
you got to clean our
come on
credit
now.
first, because a lot of us have bad credit, and it's so bad that it's a big percentage of the world who has bad credit. We've been on the wrong side of this for so long. I need us to start focusing on this so we can be on the right side of this. I talked to a lot of people here today, and I have not talked to one person who had over a 750 credit score. That is not okay.
It is a lot of millionaire moguls in here today. Look at my other video. I've met a lot of them. Know some of them too. So let's keep watching.
I haven't talked to one person that said, I have over a 750. That's not okay. That's not good. We need to do something about that. And y'all want to take this more serious than what y'all been doing because that's not okay. It's like so many people in this world that have been leveraging this in front of our faces our whole lives and we don't take advantage of it because what? We never got taught. I understand that. Nobody ever taught us that. I get it. But you got to go get it now. It's 2025. Information is everywhere. So
That's
you can
right.
Go get it now. You can do it. Don't be lazy. Just go take care of it. And then you can get, you can open up other opportunities for you to get access to more capital for yourself. All right, so we got to clean it first. Then we got to build it. Some people think that we can just go to the bank just because we have a 700 credit score. False. You can have a 750 credit score and still get denied. so many people confused about that. They're like, man, I got 750, I'm ready to go. No, you're not. All right, the only way you're ready to go is if you have built your credit profile up, how the banks want you to build it. The banks want you to come properly structured before you come to them and get access to them that you're looking to get access to. Otherwise, you're going to keep seeing either declines or you're going to need to keep seeing low limits. And in order to get out of that, you're going to have to build what's called a good credit report. So that means you have to have more accounts, right? You got to have more type of different accounts, right? You got to have a utilization low. You got to have no negative items. And every time I say no negative items, somebody comes to me and says, yeah, I got this one little negative from 3 years ago. Or I got this little medical bill. I promise I didn't even do it. I don't know who did it. Right? The banks don't care about who did what or when, where, and how. They know that if they pull this credit score up, which is our FICO score, our credit Carlton, all right, that you have to be prepared to get the approval that you're looking for. If you don't, you're not going to get it. It's pretty point blank. It has nothing to do with your feelings in this. This is what it is. If you on paper, have your credentials or don't. Right? And what you need to do is get up to speed so you can leverage and use it to your advantage. All right, so we got to cook it first, then we got to build it. All right, and then once you build it, now we can get access to the money that everyone is looking for. You probably heard or talked about first. The first thing you do is two steps. You got to cook it first and build it. You got to get a clean slate, and then you got to build on top of it. And then we can now go to the banks and get access to the money. All right? So, and then once we get the money, what's the first thing you do when you get the money?
Go shopping.
Go shopping.
Somebody said shop. Please don't say that. Please don't say shop.
Take a percentage out.
That's the thing you do.
They go in savings.
What's the first thing you do when you get access to money? Invest.
Yeah.
Any other answers? That's the only answer y'all got? Invest into what? Business, real estate,
Yourself.
stocks. All right. So this is my rule. First, one of my rules is I don't go invest into a business or an investment first. I invest into a coach or a mentor first that gives you the exact blueprint, step by step first, piece by piece first. Because if you go start the business with an investment first, you're gonna have a likelihood of you failing forward first because you haven't got the exact step by step blueprint from somebody who's already done it 100 times. If this is your first time starting a business with an investment, it's gonna be very hard for you to get off the ground and grow. But if you lean on somebody that's been doing this for 20 years and they tell you to do step by step, piece by piece first, and then you go invest in it, I promise you have a better odds of succeeding. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. Nothing's perfect. I'm not saying you got to just go make multiple millions of dollars by tomorrow. I'm not saying that just because you look at the mentor. What I'm saying is you definitely have a better odd at being successful at what you're doing. You'll get a mentor first. So I think that note, get a mentor first before we go invest our money. All right? So then we go invest into a business or an investment with the money, and then we go from there. All right? So a lot of people don't know what to do, what to set up in order to do that credit. What I use is we leverage AI and artificial intelligence with technology with our credit repair stuff, and we have a software that's called m2gorepair.com. We use this software, leveraging what's called Metro 2 and AI to be able to you can now upload your credit report, it can dissect your whole credit report, and it can draft what's called AI dispute letter to get an attack and negative off your credit report for you within 2 minutes. All right, so this stuff is not hard anymore. As you know, we got this technology stuff. This stuff is getting easier and easier by the day, by the month. But you guys gotta take advantage of it. All right, we leveraging AI out there to our credit. So now it's not gonna be no excuse. Somebody say no excuse.
No excuse.
No excuse if y'all keep having this bad credit because there are tools out there that help y'all. And you don't even gotta go pay somebody $500,000.
We got this.
You literally can do it yourself because AI is doing it for you. All right. So what this software does, you enter the credit report, it finds all your negative items for you, be able to draft you up dispute letters, and will send it off to the credit bureau's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion for you to get started cleaning your credit up piece by piece, step by step. All right, we got it? All right. So that's cleaning it. And then building it. So a lot of people don't understand what to do in order to build it. So what I got up here is a list of accounts that we can get to be able to build our credit report to make it stronger. All right. A lot of people don't know what to do, how to do it, what accounts to go get, what to set up. So I got here a list for you all of 10 to 11 accounts that you guys can leverage and use to go build your credit report. And I'll just talk about 2 of them. I won't go over all of them, but I'll talk about 2 of them as the best ones that I believe are the best. The first one is you guys can get your rent reported to your credit reports and backdated depending upon how long you've been paying it. So we got a company called Rent Reporters and Rental Karma and Boom, which will allow you to get your rent reported to your credit report and backdated 2 years. So now you get a couple different accounts on your credit report by leveraging how long and you get it reported to your credit, and that can boost your credit anywhere between 20 to 40 points by adding those type of accounts. All right, another thing we use is called secure loans. This is putting your own money up to be able to establish loans in your name. And how we do that is we put $1,000 in the savings, and we can go to a credit union like Navy Federal, and Navy Federal will allow you to do a secure loan. So that means you can put $1,000 in your savings. They will now freeze your $1,000, give you a $1,000 loan. But this is what I do. I'll allow them to give me that loan, and I'll pay back off 90% of it. So like $900 or $1,000. I'll pay it back within 5 days of me getting the loan from the credit union. And what that does is it establishes me a 90% paid off installment loan once it reports my credit report in 30 days. Y'all follow me? All right, and this is the fast track way that I can do to be able to build my credit so that I can get to where I'm trying to go to faster. All right, because some of us in here are making money too slow, and we gotta learn how to make it faster. All right, some of us is moving things in life that we can do too slow, we need to do it faster. All right, this is what it looks like to have our credit report refundable to the banks. All right, 10% or less credit utilization. The banks tell you 30%. I tell you 10%. I've seen better odds of getting approvals when we have a credit report at a 10% utilization or less versus 30%. All right. Another thing, 100% on-time payment history. That means no late payments. Every time I talk to somebody, they always say, I just got one, I said none, zero. All right. If you do have you get a tax to get off because you still get injured. If you do have those. Zero regulatory marks, zero collections, zero late payments. 3 to 4 years history, I like to say 7 to 12 accounts, 2 to 4 hard injuries or less. If you could get your credit report to look like this, the banks will give you what you want. All right, there really isn't too much nothing you cannot get approval for if you position your report to be like this. All right, this is what I've built my whole 8-figure company off of. What I'm teaching y'all today is the foundation that I built my whole 8-figure empire off of. It's just learning and mastering this game that I'm teaching y'all today, all right? So I take it very seriously. And what we do is, once we have our LLC, and we have our amazing personal credit profile built out, now what we leverage is called business credit cards. And we leverage what's called 0% interest business credit cards. And the benefit of what we do to be able to use business credit cards is this. The business credit card approved was for 2 to 3 times higher limits than what personal credit card approved was for. All right. Also, we get them at no documentation, no tax returns, no bank statements, no paycheck stubs. All right. They typically approve us for 0% interest for 6 to 18 months. So that means you can get this money and use this money and leverage it to start businesses and investing for over a year and sometimes over a year and a half at 0% interest. This is some of the best money you can get in the world. All right. I would love to be a part. If I had $100,000 on the table right now and gave it to you today, hey, give me around $500 to $1,000 of money, you borrow $100,000 with 0% interest.
That's okay. 99 Jams, the radio station host.
When it comes to interest, you don't want to pay interest. As much as you cannot pay interest, don't. All right. So I love the model of the business credit card because if I can get a borrow money at 0% interest for a full year or a year and a half, I should be able to make something happen with this money, be able to make the money to pay them back, and be able to pocket some money off what I'm doing if I were to pay you back extra. All right. So let's give you an advantage. All right. Another thing we can do is a strategic method of what we do. All right. So y'all let me know how y'all go get these credit cards. How y'all go get credit cards? Let me know.
Just apply.
Just apply. Right, just apply.
Log into my account.
Right.
How do y'all get your credit cards?
That's it.
Apply
Respond to a
online.
mailer.
Yeah.
In person.
Mailers. Mailers.
Mail?
Mailers. They send you the mailers out.
Okay. What's it? How else? Oh, you said that like that. Okay, cool. Okay, I like that. Because nobody said anything to say it. All right, so I discovered something cool in the banks than what I do now. And I didn't learn this until I started making some money. All right. And now when I go to the bank, they see my account, they see my credit score, like that, they kind of look over the screen and they're like, oh, you making all this? Hey, you want to talk to our VIP person? Or you want to talk to our specialist? Or you want to talk to our financial this, that? And I'm like, man, I'm just here to put a deposit down. It's like, we see you have a nice score and you make all this money and you want to talk to this special person? And I'm like, man, I'm just here to put my deposit down. But sometimes I start accepting those, offerings from the bank to see who that they're going to replace me with to talk to now that I make all this money, or you see this special thing in my account now that I've never had these conversations before I start making all this money, right? And what the person they put me with, which discovered something really cool, was called a banking relationship manager, and the people who handle the underwriting to the business credit card, wire credits, and loans. This is the most powerful move I've ever learned when it comes to funding and banking and business. All right, they put me to this special person who handles the underwriting to our approvals. All right, and some of them are called banking relationship managers. So I don't apply online no more like the masses. I don't want to bank no more like the masses. What I do is I have relationships inside the banks, and I have banking relationship managers who I do is called a DocuSign application, and I request my limits and I don't approve them to you. All right, so when people see me post people that got $50,000 limits on one credit card, $75,000 limits on one credit card, $100,000 limits on one credit card, people be like, man, is that real? You know? And it's like, I have a different push through on my application because I have relationships with people who do a DocuSign application to do our request for limits I want, and I can put what reasoning that I want my limits to be this high. So they will ask me like, why do you want this type of high limit? And I say special notation of what I'm going to use the money for, and they approve me based upon my report and my notes and the push through of that DocuSign application with my reps. All right, so this is how you get approved for way more higher limits than what you get approved for normally, like online. Just spit out you just automatic approval. All right, different ballgame. All right, this put me in this different position when it comes to this funding game in this credit industry because now I get on crazy limits than everybody else. They've always been wondering why. That's one of my key tactics that I teach people like that really get you to different levels when it comes to funding for your business. Is to build a relationship with bankers inside the banks that do a DocuSign application. All right, now once you understand that strategy, we do what's called a business credit card stacking strategy. So, what are the 3 credit bureaus, y'all?
Amen.
Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. All right, how I do it is I strategically go get these credit cards in a way that I don't fill up my bureaus of hard inquiries to where then I can get declined. So, for example, if I went to 7 banks right now to try to get, let's just say, a $20,000 credit card. Well, if I go to 7 banks in a row that pulls the same credit bureau, they will begin to start denying me because I'm looking too thirsty for credit. Okay? So what I discovered is if I can strategically understand which banks pull which bureaus first before I try to get my funding, I can set it up to where I can get a certain amount of credit cards in each bureau so that now I can get access to more money faster. Is it making sense? All right, so how I would do it is this. If I want a bank and I get a business credit card right now today for $20,000 and I go to Chase, let's just say, right? And Chase pulls Experian. All right, and then I got 1 credit card for 1 inquiry and 1 credit bureau, right? So let's look at the screen right now. And this is how we'll do it. We'll go to 3 banks. We'll go to Experian Bank first, then the Equifax Bank, and then the TransUnion Bank. If we go to NICU, then we go to Citizen Bank. They give us $20,000. NICU give us $20,000, and then GeoStacks give us $20,000. That means we get 1 credit card from each bank. Each bank